What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, your spiritual hype man. Happy to be back. Two for two. Let's go. Hope you guys are having a great day. And again, if you're not, just remember it's the thoughts in your head. Got to learn how to change them. I got to learn how to change those prompts. Think of something else. Think of something that you did great today or yesterday or this past week or the last time someone said, I love you or something. Change those thoughts, change those prompts. If not, if you can't do that right now, that's okay. If it's sometimes it's harder, easier than not, or sometimes it is harder. And if it is harder, then try to biohack, do something physical. Listen to some music, yell, shout, do some push-ups. I promise you'll feel better. And remember, it's all relative and temporary. On today's episode, I want to talk about a couple things. So I would say the first thing is racing to the end. So one of my aha moments, I don't know, man, just like I people watch, right? It's one of my things. So people watching, I see that there are a lot of people out there that are just kind of rushing and racing to the red light. You know what I mean? Like you're like, get out of my way. I got to get to this red light. And I mean that literally and like metaphorically as far as life, right? And that my big aha moment was like, and again, these are all steps. So if you listen to the last episode, it was more about time of like who you want to spend your time with, and then reflecting that back in terms of all the decisions you're making and where you are in life, right? But I got to that from this thought about racing to the end. And like I feel like we're on this path of like so many things happening and things that we got to do between for us is specifically we're in the middle of potentially buying a home, which is cool, right? Like that's our first big step as far as like getting to the next level of like, hey, we're an adult now, sort of thing, I guess, right? But at least having something, because at the end of the day, so here's the thing: at the end of the day, when we die, it's not gonna matter, like, right? So like we have all these things that like we do and we have to get to and we race to and like I always say laundry gets done, but sometimes we have to fucking rush the laundry, right? And people are trying to rush this laundry, trying to rush things. And so that kind of came to me while we were potentially buying a house. Now, to update it, like unfortunately, we didn't get that house because there's a couple things that were happening after the inspection report and all that stuff. But it really and between buying the house, like we were gone in Chicagoland area, so like we were gone from New Jersey to Chicago, and we were trying to buy the house in Florida, and so there's so many things happening all at once. On top of that, things that were happening like in the like family, like seeing family, high school friends, and be like, how do I feel? Like high school was weird, different, awkward, no, kind of cool, but all right, is this the same shit? Like, and then go to work, in Chicagoland area, and then same thing. How do I feel? And then the house and this and that. And for a moment there, like I forgot where it was. I don't know if I was driving because I was seeing just people fucking racing to get to the red light, uh, or if it was at the supermarket or some shit. And I was just like, man, what are we racing to? Like we're racing to the end? Because at the end of the day, like our time is ticking, right? Like our time is ticking towards the end of whatever that may be, right? Like at the end of our lives or the end of like our self-awareness and consciousness. And just really I feel like it's the body and our battery, right? So it's the body and the battery end. So if that is true, because we know it to be true, as based on what we see in front of us, um, just I was like, man, we're just like most of us are just rushing to the end. And after I realized that, or I had that aha moment or that epiphany, I was like, let me just slow things down, and let me try to like not force things, and let me just take one step at a time and be here and work on that power of now, right? So if you haven't read that yet or listened to it, I think the power of now is an incredible book. Which one that I'll definitely pick up again soon. Which really goes into teaching you the big aha moment of like being present and not not rushing and not thinking like about the 30 things that you have to do in the future, but just enjoying the moment right now and being really present. And so that's it. So that was my aha moment of just figuring out like, wow, we are all rushing to the end, and why rush if if you can't like if you wake up and you're like, what did I do yesterday? You're not present. Like, you know what I mean? Like your like short-term memory is not recalling anything because and I've had that I've had numerous days where like I'm like, what did I do yesterday? And I like I couldn't even tell you. And that's because my brain was going 1,000 miles an hour, all things all at one time. And then, not crashing, I guess, is what it was. And then trying to be like, what the fuck did I do yesterday? What did I even eat? Did I eat lunch? I don't remember. Like, Like if you can't remember, that means that you're on this path of just, people call it ADHD, sure, but it really is just, being able to be more present and work and focus on like slowing down your brain, slowing down the thoughts, and then ultimately just being grounded and being present in the moment. So again, if this is you, that's okay. We've all been there. Like it's really just creating the awareness around it and then implementing it on your daily, whether you write in journals. Now look, everybody's different. Some people may want to write in a journal, some people may want post-it notes, people may voice memos and listen to it every morning. You may use ChatGPT. It's one of the things I use. But it's different for everybody, and I think there's cycles of that for everybody. And so use whatever is important to you, or like what seems to be true to you, and as far as like being consistent. More consistent than not, right? But there's always a consistency factor, even if you fall off, right? Like it's like you fall off. I didn't journal today. Same thing with me journaling, and I've talked about this before. Also, it's just like I enjoy the journaling aspect. I'm enjoying it more and more, but it has not become a consistent thing where I do it every day, every day, every day. So consistently, it might be the thing for me, but it definitely helps. So I would encourage you to do that. And if it's something, I hope this short perspective moment helps you understand that, like, yeah, we really are just most of the time racing to the end. And so if the end is inevitable, so why not, hold on. So why not just enjoy as much as you can before you get there? I hope that hits home. Love you guys very much. Thanks for listening and keep crushing it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget, nothing changes until you do. Peace.